Hi, everybody. Look who's here. Michael, Damian, and Lauralee Bell.
Hey,
Danny and Christine.
I mean, you have to say Danny and Cricket. It's really hard to say Danny and Christine.
I wanted to say Cricket, but I didn't want. I wanted to know how you felt about it.
No, I will always and only say Cricket unless I'm in like a law office. But I'm really not there anymore. I'm on tour, baby.
Yeah.
If I had only known that tour life would be this much fun, I would have left law a long time ago.
I know.
Who knew that tour life would send you to other soap operas?
Yeah.
Yes.
I know.
So awesome.
A crossover. You hear about them all the time, but then to be part of it was super exciting, especially in summer and all of this.
Now, have you done a crossover, Lauralee?
That's a really personal question.
That sounds strange.
Have you done?
Earmuffs.
Yeah,
you crossed over.
I crossed over to Bold and Beautiful in 2007 as a lawyer.
A lawyer.
Very different experience.
Yes.
Very scary experience. I had just come back from doing a Lifetime movie, and like I started the next day, and I had so much legal dialogue. Was representing Ridge Forrester, and was a huge Knots Landing fan. And Kevin Dobson, no one told me, was the judge. Right.
Oh
so I got to set. I was a little starstruck. And
Lauralee, I knew why I like you so much because I'm the biggest. I love Knots Landing. Yeah.
What a great show, huh?
Great show.
I was obsessed with Knots Landing too.
You were?
Oh, my. That and Falcon's Crest. No, those are all great shows.
Yeah, Falcon's Crest.
Right? Did I get it right?
Yeah, you got it right.
Well, you said it like I did.
Wasn't as good as Knots Landing.
And Dallas?
Dallas is right.
Dallas.
Right.
Come on, but nothing.
You liked the Love Boat.
Nothing. Oh, I did. Nothing rivaled though Miami Vice. Okay, come on, Miami Vice. I'm just gonna say it. I don't know how we got into Miami Vice, but it was the best.
I know, we're talking Knots Landing.
And by the way, that's I can't give away a story, right? Or what happened on Bold and Beautiful. I can't really say anything, can I? In fact, should I just be quiet? Well, now it's making sense to me because there was some dialogue going on, and with you and a certain person, and I'm like,
there's a brief reference to me having crossed over before
in the story, and we can't give away what's going to happen. But
very brief.
It was brief,
very brief, but it has to be acknowledged. That's why That's why having sister shows is so brilliant because. We can talk about Lauren Fenmore on Bold and Beautiful, and they know like it just feels so right. And for the fans, to me, like it's an extra added bonus because they know all the intertwining backstory. Yeah.
It was fun.
Here's what we know: we're going to see you on August 13th and 14th in 2 episodes on Bold and Beautiful. What we do know is that you're invited to the Forrester Mansion. You're there to attend a party in the relaunch of Brooke's bedroom, and. Right.
Yeah.
And you're great so far.
What'd you say?
You're doing great so far. You got a great.
Okay. But you both don't know that there is another reason you're there because Ridge and Brooke have another plan that they'd like to do with you, a business.
Yes.
In Brooke's bedroom.
Very romantic situation.
And their other tease was that Danny decides to give a little performance
in Brooke's bedroom.
You're
gonna mess up. They're gonna be confused.
Their mind is in the gutter.
No. That would have been another. That would have been a twist.
That's the X-rated version.
Yeah, that's another version, another show.
Danny and Cricket, like you've never seen.
Beautiful. But wait, say again. Sorry.
I said Danny and Cricket like you've never seen them before.
Yeah. Yes. It's we'll keep it PG-13.
What was it like working with Catherine Kelly Lang and Torsten?
Oh, they're fantastic. I've never worked with them before, but
I mean, I just I've been spending a little bit more time with Catherine off camera. So then to work with her was so great. And Torsten is, he's hysterical.
Fantastic. Yeah.
But we worked with the whole group. Like it's like a party.
There was like pretty much everybody on the Bold and Beautiful was at this party.
We got really lucky. And also, I mean, you're a singer. As soon as music was brought into this whole thing, it like takes it to another level. It just takes it to so much more fun. I'm a big fan of music incorporated into the show. I'm a huge theme song fangirl. When they did Start Again for us with by Hannah Bates a little bit and Y&R. So for Michael to sing Rock On and to like bring that into the Forrester world is something to see. I mean, fun. It was crazy to look around and to, of course, we're in it, but I can also remove myself and see that we're in the Forrester house and he's, and Rock On is happening. Like it like blows your mind. He was so good.
Oh, thank you. You're so sweet. Yeah. Really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It was probably one of his better.
So when you burst into Rock On,
what was better? The other ones were horrible, but this one is better. No, I take that as a big compliment. Thank you. And it was so fun. From my perspective, it was really, they did it right. We had this really cool DJ setup, and it was organically put together, and how it all came to be. It wasn't like Danny just said, "Hey, is there a microphone around here? I'd love to start singing." The way
what would make this party better
if I started singing. Is this music? Yeah. No, but what's really cool is that I can't give away what happened. Right? I mean, there's some in the story. There's a motivation to do the song. It wasn't like I just said, "Hey, I'm gonna sing."
Anyway. There's a little deal. Right?
Yeah. There's something really fun and special and really cute with one of the characters. And
there's a really cute
thing. It's pretty funny. And so that is the sort of the spark that gets this whole song thing happening. And then the surprise that the Forresters, pitched to me, and and then the amount that goes with it.
Yeah, it was a deal he could not refuse.
It was a deal you couldn't refuse.
And as his lawyer,
and then
I was like, I think you should take this. And maybe it'll bring us back.
Yeah, maybe they'll invite us back to their house. It'd be fun.
Are you doing the Rock On remix?
Yes.
See, I really like the Rock On remix. It really contemporizes the song.
Yeah, it's got a loop in there. It's got a dance loop, and it's a little zippier and fun, and
you can't but help.
Yeah.
Oh, it's good. I was gonna, Lauralee, remember, and both of you guys remember when Y&R started. John McCook would play at the piano. I mean, it was Leslie and Laura. Everybody sang.
Yes.
It was so amazing back in the 70s. It was like, wow, they're breaking into song, and it all kind of fits in the show. And your dad was so smart about it. It was like, this was so different. Mm-hmm. And then later Michael came on the show, and they continued it in a new progressive way. It wasn't just people playing on the piano and singing songs.
Right. I mean, we've been seeing just the extent of what the concerts were like in the 90s. It's crazy.
The production that they did, and the amount of money that your dad spent was epic. I mean, they really spared no expense, and they did it. I remember having a discussion with them, with the production team prior to, and they said, we want to make it authentic. And so, they did, well, you got to do the lighting trusses, you got to bring in this, you got to do this, you got to bring in that.
And so many band members, sometimes with all the horns.
We had massive, and then they would get hundreds, not like 20 extras and background actors, but they would get hundreds of people to fill the venue. We took over the whole sound stage. It was the concert stage was on one side.
So fun.
And that whole big sound stage was really just for audience.
I say so fun. You had like a very busy day, and I just be there like
it was great. And we had like cars and pyrotechnics on the stage. I mean, there was so many things happening, and really fun.
So this is like a mini taste of that in a different way, because again, it brings such a fun moment where I watch Bold and Beautiful. I don't remember ever seeing all of them kind of in character having to like suddenly this crazy time,
they all get into it and move around.
It's so fun. So I hope everyone tunes in, because it's 2 days of fun.
It really is
summer fun.
Yeah. And there's a lot of intrigue, and there's a lot of things happening at the same time.
There's a lot of interplay between the Forrester girls.
Yeah, we're just having a good time at the party, but there's all kinds of stuff going around. We're just we're not really
Logan Forrester. There's always stuff happening. We're just the guests.
Was Jacqueline McGinnis Wood there?
Oh yes.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. I don't know if I heard. Was Jacqueline there? Is that what you said?
Is Jacqueline McGinnis?
Yeah, that's what I thought you said. I was just making sure. Oh yeah. everybody's there. Like, if you aren't there, where are you?
Exactly. That was the party to be at.
Danny Marmaladi's in town.
And there's a lot of champagne flowing. I mean, we were drinking champagne, for 2 days straight. Fake champagne.
What else would you do in Brooke's bedroom but drink?
I was getting so loopy, because that ginger ale was just wow. I was like, wow,
They give us extra bubbles.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
I'm thinking we need to make the Danny Christine Cricket tour t-shirts, because didn't they go to Paris? And
so you have to do us a favor. After we're done here, you have to go on a website, Danny Cricket Fan. They have Brenda, who runs it. They have us in every city. On there's an online virtual tour. There are tickets. The Bug Squad.
It's
and Travis.
Yeah.
Travis.
Today we are on a double date with Travis and Taylor.
And he calls me on the phone, and we get together, and
so it's incredible. So that's how we've been seeing the concert lately. Brenda's been posting them.
Should I have tagged him and Taylor when I posted it?
Well, I don't know if they'll look at us, but they'll be like, "Who are we?"
Oh, come on! That's funny. It's funny.
Taylor and Travis.
So there is a full virtual tour going on the days on these months that we aren't on, which is incredible. Brenda's done an incredible job.
So is that's amazing. Is Cricket Christine? Is she just madly in love with Danny now again? Is she just all in?
I mean, I don't know. I mean, if otherwise I don't think she would have.
Is she? I think she is.
Well, I mean, think about it. I mean, you turned down a big case. I mean, money.
I could be in Genoa City now.
You could be memorizing 30 pages of dialogue right
now. Instead, I'm out with Taylor.
Yes, you with Danny, Taylor, and Travis.
Then I go to Los Angeles and hang out with the Forresters. Like,
I know.
I'm telling you, it's life-changing. It's life-changing. We will come back to Genoa City. Like, where's the craziness?
Yeah, we're
going to open up a big nightclub or something.
Well, we had a funny episode. Do you remember about when you were being a diva and said, "I want to know what the."
Oh yeah, I was like,
it was funny.
First class.
Like, is this? I'm not staying at I want 5-star. You were funny with that. First class, 5-star.
Kind of.
All this stuff.
Sort of like rude, but it was funny.
It was. Well, I thought it was cute.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
I remember Lauralee years ago. I have to show you this videotape sometime. We were at the Rainbow Room.
Oh my God.
We were doing interviews at the Rainbow Room before the Emmys.
Yeah.
And I was with Soap City, and we did a setup where we did a live chat back then in the 90s, which was this live chat. And I asked you, if there's this clip when I go, what would you like, Christine? Because you wanted her to do something racy. You said because she never got to do anything because she was always so straight-laced, and her big thing was, I just want to do something racy, and
Yeah. So this is my racy thing.
Should I leave the room or am I okay?
And so I said, I just want her to do something racy. I mean, look, there would have been so many. There would have been people who would have been disappointed that we finally got back together. And then I was like, sorry, I'm staying. So it all worked out super well. The pop-in Paris with Tracy and Alan was so fun. We had so much
especially
fun. And what is it called? Surfing? What?
Yeah, crowd surfing. If you see someone crowd surfing a rock on, that's me. That was funny. That was really funny. Good line.
So I mean, that's kind of how it came about. Brad saw that we were popping in Paris.
Yeah. And
he called me and he's like, "Where are you going next?" And I was like, I don't know.
Yeah.
And he's like, well, because there was a rumor months ago that I was coming on to B&B. I think Annika called me and she's like, "Is this true?" And I was like, well, if it's true, I don't know. And it wasn't true. But Brad said, so I called him and I said, "Hey, could you, if it's happening, could you tell me? I just need to block out some dates." This is back then. And he said, no, I don't have anything planned, but I would love to come up with something where you guys would authentically be able to come over. And then as soon as he saw us in Paris, he said, I think you need to come to LA.
Yeah, we were ready to go to LA. We were flying Paris to LA, so it worked out well.
So now that you've been on B&B and over there, your sister show, could you see them fitting in on that show more long term? on a crossover?
Oh, I think that now that Danny and Cricket have a relationship with the Forresters at that level, I think that we should be,
move into the guest
well,
house.
I think that we should hang. Well, it's better than Daniel's apartment because that's a little bit. It's a little tight over there.
Basically, whoever is offering some sort of living accommodations, we will go. We don't even. I mean, we used to be able to cook in the kitchen. We have like a mini bar,
a little burner, and a little.
Lauralee, did your dad ever ask you when when this whole concert thing was going on, or with Michael and Danny was performing? Did he ever ask you what you thought of this whole thing? Like, did you have any input?
No, I mean, I think once the first one occurred and he saw what Michael could do and saw all the excitement behind it, and again, he was a big music guy.
Oh yeah, you did.
So I think once the first one happened, it was just like, when can we do this again?
He was, your dad was so incredible because anytime I had a new song, the first thing I would do, I would send it to him, and the next thing you know,
he'd be singing it all over the house.
30 days later, it's on the show. It's like it's so. Every time I recorded a new track, I just would send it to your dad, and that was kind of the organic way. And then he would come up with an idea, or he would. Oh, I know he did say one time. He said, "I want to do something about the environment, or I want to do something about children, or I want to do." Like he was always he inspired me as well,
right?
To create
do message stuff for the summer.
Yeah, it's really say no to drugs. That was really, in fact. What's really interesting is that when your dad came up with that and we wrote, did the concert and everything, then I got hired, well, not hired, but I did the whole campaign for the FBI, the Say No to Drugs campaign. And so it's kind of pretty interesting how that all
and a perfect way to do message storylines through songs.
And not be preachy, but try to inspire and connect with young people.
I think he loved it too. He'd come around on those days. I mean, the energy on those days were insane. We knew we were in for a huge day, but like, again, it was crazy and chaotic and extra big hair that day.
Oh yeah, a lot hairspray. Wait, can I just ask you one thing? Did your dad sing "Rock On" around the house? Because
I'm gonna go with yes. Yes, he did.
Well, you said he would be singing around the house. I just want to know what he was singing.
I want to know how you sent it to him because there was no email back then. A cassette tape in the mail.
You know what? Those are really good questions.
Thank you.
Yes, it was.
Leave it on his desk here.
Yeah, I would slip it. Yeah,
under the
a vinyl.
Office.
I would give him a vinyl. He had a turntable in his office.
He did.
Why do you guys think that the fandom is still there for Danny and Cricket so many years later? Like, what is it about them that everyone's just? What is it? Why do we still want to see them pop up? Like, what do you think?
We brainwashed them. And
the spell worked.
Spell worked.
First, they grew up with us. Let's start there.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
We go back to, we've been seeing again so many clips from the beginning. They were such fun, engaging scenes. They were like, we were giving each other back rubs, putting ice down each other's back, sucking pasta noodles.
You banging
a
hammer off the stage while I'm trying to rehearse, and I keep thinking somebody's doing construction, and then I find out it's Cricket with a hammer making noise. It was great. It was fun. It was spontaneous and inventive.
And it was also in real time. Like there was no way they were going to be together. Then there was like the possibility. And then I grew up a little bit and it was more of a possibility. And then, I mean, it's sweet, And so
I just love that first scene.
We don't have to talk about it.
I love the first scene. Mike, you know that scene, Michael? Do you remember the first scene?
Yes, the first scene.
Okay, here it goes. I'm going to just try it for you. Right, here we go. Here we go. Hold on. Here we go. Ready? Hi, I'm Danny Romalani.
I know who you are.
Your voice wasn't that high. I just love it because
I know who you are.
Michael, I did the pause.
Danny Romalani.
I did the. Hi, I'm Danny Romalani. It was like, oh, it's so fun. Anyway.
So and so what's so great is that the people.
You were 15, I think 16.
Our like we have such a nice group who watched us originally then, and now have waited for us to get back together, and now they're coming back to see it.
Yeah.
You know, it's really sweet. And like, you know, oh my God, if my grandmother were alive, like she would be freaking out or whatever. So
it's just like Friends.
Yeah.
It's, you know, one of those shows that, you know, you don't want it to end. And so
Didn't
and we're connected to so many memories on a personal level with these fans in their personal lives. So when they see us, they probably have a little recall to hopefully good times. And, you know, and maybe it makes them happy. I'm sure it does. From, you know, or maybe they see me, they get depressed. I don't know. But, you know, I hope it brings a smile to their face. That's the most important thing.
2 last questions before we wrap. Didn't your wife, Janine, when she met you, didn't she know you were Danny in the story you told me?
No.
Or she did not know?
Know you were Danny?
No.
Who didn't know you were Danny?
Yeah.
It's not possible. Well, that's exciting.
I don't know. I mean, yeah, no, I don't. I'm not sure, because some people didn't watch soap operas, you know, back then. But of course, now that I realize it, everyone watched soap operas.
Only 30% of the world didn't.
Well, hey, when they called me about the show,
Yeah, I know you didn't.
oh my, I had never seen The Young and the Restless, and I had to do a crash course trying to figure out.
And that could have been a good thing.
What about the crash course?
Well, or just not knowing, like coming in, just
Not
being
knowing.
you.
Well, do you remember what? Well, I think, you know, if I'm getting repetitive, just say stop talking, Michael. You probably don't know what I want to say. So I'm just saying, here it is. When they did ask me about coming on the show, and they asked, oh, and by the way, we know you sing. We saw you on American Bandstand, blah, blah, blah. And then they said, oh, and do you act? And I said, absolutely.
Do I act?
I'm acting right now. And when I hung up, I turned to my brother. I said, I need to learn how to act right now.
So wrapping up, when you worked with everybody at B&B, was there anyone you were most surprised about? Like, you're like, I had no idea that Annika was da-da-da. Like, is there somebody that surprised you in some way that you were like, oh, I had no idea they were this funny, or they were, you know?
I think mostly we knew it would be fun, but I don't think we knew it would just be that much fun. Like, we had the best time.
Yeah, we had a little moment where we all, what started the laughing fit? It was Torsten.
Okay.
Thank you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you remember we had a couple?
Oh yes.
What happened?
Oh yes. We had, like, you know, the lines that always have the double meaning. And then I was, as soon as it went there, I was like, well, there's no way. There's no
20.
way. There's no way.
What was it? It was a funny line, and
we'll let you know for the interview to follow this up.
To follow up.
After, yeah.
Yeah, we'll tell you.
And maybe, hopefully you'll know. But yeah, it was very, very funny. I mean, like Allie Mills, I had never talked to. So like, it was just fun to.
John is funny too, by the way.
Yeah, John.
I didn't know he was so. I didn't know. You know, I see him in the parking lot and I see him in the hallway, but he's really funny.
Yeah.
And you know, and I don't know if is his character funny like that, because he's funny.
Well, not lately, not lately, but he's been so great. Like, I think he had fun. Like, again, it was like, allow everyone to have every Forrester was able to have and Logan a different kind of fun that day.
All right. Well, thank you both so much for spending some time today. Everybody watch Michael, Damian, and Lauralee Bell as they cross over to the Bold and the Beautiful August 13th and 14th on the Danny and Cricket World Tour. Right?
Yes.
All right, guys. Have a great
on.
Yes, that's right.
Rock on.
You got to do your rock. There you go. She was dancing too. You're going to see her doing some great dancing.
Oh yeah.
Awesome.
Okay.
Shoulders out.
Have a good one, guys.